So my name is Kaitlin Booth. I know Natalie. We actually went to school together at UVU.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
so
Wonderful.
I'm gonna be playing the Haydn Cello Concerto First Movement.
Very nice. Thank you. Beautiful playing. You definitely know this music well and really like this music. I can tell it's like full of, of joy and love and great spirit. It's great. The interesting thing with this concerto, as you know, it's like it's like sonata allegro form, right? Which all the concertos are, or all our classical concertos are. It's like it has a double exposition, means the orchestra already plays the exposition, we hear it all. But the interesting thing, it's not 100% yet. I mean, musicologists like this concerto feel for it. I think it comes from that kind of concerto grosso from before. And so what actually happens is that, of course, the first theme, the main theme, is in C major, but the second theme, right, is also in C major. So it keeps going in C major kind of thing, which is a little bit different. It would be in G major if it would be a real sonata allegro form. The reason why I say that is because I think we have to do everything possible we can to make those two themes look as contrasting as possible, right? It's a very exciting part of this concerto. In any case, you do this very well. I like it a lot. I would like to talk, if that's okay, for just a few minutes about about string crossings. Is it okay? So just a little bit, because I think it will happen. It will help you, because so what I would, let me see if I can. Yeah, so here we go. I'll take a little. Is that working? Yeah, good. Oh my, sorry. It's like it seems like it's kind of going away. But so here's the thing. What I would like you to do. So put the bow really at the frog. Man, you don't see anything. Oh yeah, there we go. That's pretty bad. I think I'm gonna put this background thing. So sorry, something happened. So okay, I think this will be better, and I will maybe back up a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah. So here we go. So in any case, so here at the frog, right? I have this exercise, and Natalie knows that it's called the seesaw. I actually gave it the name, the seesaw exercise. It's something that is just like really under the middle of the frog. So really at the frog, right? And then maybe put the pinky just a little higher, if you don't mind, right? And then from the for example, put the bow on the D string, and then with the pinky just push your pinky down and up. Right, so basically you're not using anything of your arm, nor even your wrist, nor your knuckles. It's all fingers. Right, so see, I see still a little bit going, your knuckles. So try to do this from here, and then just seesaw down and up. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So it's an exercise for everybody. It's quite important. I kind of invented, or I came up with this exercise because I wanted to help my students find more flexibility in the fingers, right? Because it's sometimes we are a little bit kind of too stiff or not moving enough. But actually, I little by little started realizing that this is actually a very important exercise, because this is how we do our string crossings at the frog. At the frog, we do not string crossings from the arm. It's just really from the fingers. Now, in opposite, when we do the string crossings here, we do not use our fingers anymore. Here, the string crossings really comes from the pivot. And the pivot goes basically a motion down. So it goes from here. So I'm now on the D string. From the D string, I go to the G string. D, G, D, G. See, my elbow is not really moving. It's just, this goes down and up. Down and up. And so the reason why I wanted to talk to you about it is because you have a little bit, especially in the middle and the high part of the bow, you have your elbow a little bit lower. And so then when you do string crossing up, what you have to do is you do this. And this is not really a great cello technique. It's kind of the opposite. The string crossing is, our elbow should always be at the highest string for a string crossing. Right? So if we do from here, we do down. From here, down. If we go to the A string, we kind of make sure, and Dr. Yu is going to like this because this is so much what his teacher used to always say, the anticipation of the string crossing. So our elbow goes to the next string, and then we just follow. So if you do one more time from the D string, so really at the tip, we put the like, make sure, yeah, and then we just drop down like that, pivot. So see that my elbow is not moving. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's good. So up and down. Yep. And now you can go from here even to the C string. This is really extreme kind of thing. Keep your elbow up. Yeah, there we go. Now G string that way. There we go. Right. So this way, and you can kind of really see it. For example, in right. As you can see, it's like my elbow is not really moving that much. What happens? It's just a pivot. It's this one. Right? So this one. So if you think about it again, here string crossings, here string crossings, pivot. So very, very different motion that you really have to be smart about really preparing that way so we know exactly which motion we do. And then here is the confusing part about it. The middle of the bow or anything that is not the frog or the tip, we do a combination of both. Right, that's of course where it then becomes like, wow, okay. So here it's like the fingers are still engaged. Of course, here's even more fingers, but still there is already a little bit pivot. So there is have you ever practiced the Duport etude number 7?
I don't remember.
It's the one that goes right. That is an incredible etude because I used to give my students all kinds of etudes for string crossings, right? It actually comes down to one etude. This one is like, it's incredible. This is the etude. It's such a wonderful piece. That one, and I like Sevchik also. Natalie knows that. Lots of Sevchik. You know, the little variations, the 40 variations. They're just so cute. You know, it's just so cute. So, and you do have exactly what's written, middle of the bow. You know, this metronome marking. If you do that, you really improve your technique so much. But so if we think about here, right? So like now, like let's be very precise. So we do note by note, right? So now, as you can see, my elbow is on the next string, which is here, and it just follows through the pivot, right? Now this one is my fingers. The fingers drop. Now here pivot down. Now here fingers up, fingers, pivot, fingers. This takes a little bit of time to get it really natural, but it will help you a lot. Let's do it once. I'm sure you can do it quite a bit. So you start from on the first string, on the third string, of course, and you go out and you make sure when you go out that your elbow goes already on the second string. Right? So the elbow goes up here, elbow is up. Elbow up. Yep, and then, yeah, there we go. And then this, and so then there we do not use the wrist. I'm sure you have heard from teachers that the wrist and the shoulders, right? Those two things for musicians, do not abuse them. They will give out. They will give out. It might take many decades, but they will give out. Even if you don't abuse them, still they might give out, right? So it's kind of scary. So the wrist, we do not really use the wrist, like especially string crossings like that, we don't do that, right? The wrist is something we use, it's a different topic, but the wrist we basically use hanging down to here. That's the wrist. That's the motion. So actually, you can see that quite like when you do the high wrist here at the frog. The wrist is basically just beautifully hanging down. That's it. It's not at all. Yeah, you did that quite well. What I like. So if you would, if you would have a Sharpie and you would draw a line from your forearm all the way to the second finger, like the middle finger, all that line. That straight line, when we play, should not be really broken. It should not. The wrist should never go this way or this way. That's really not so good for the wrist. Nor should it go this way, nor actually really down. It's just very neutral, right? But so let's do one more time here. From here, we just draw the bow like that. Make sure that your elbow is high enough. I didn't really see your elbow go up. There we go. And now, just follow through now. So, yeah, whoa, and then just pivot up. So the elbow stays. Look here. So here. elbow is on the D string, follows through. String, follow. Let's do it one more time and make sure that the pivot is this way. We don't do pivot this way. It's not this way, it's this way. The entire forearm. Yeah. Yeah, Kaitlin, that was good. Do it one more time and just have your elbow go a little bit higher. Yep. Yep. And so, can you do one more time? Let's do it 3 times. Yeah, so one more time here. Up, pivot. You can actually pivot a couple of times here. Just so as I said, I didn't even make the connection, but as I said, the wrist and the shoulders, we don't mess around with those. You do too much, your string crossings go this way, which is really the shoulder, right? So try to do just this. Shoulder not really that much involved. Yep, that's it. Exactly. So yeah, put it here. So the elbow is high and then just down. So elbows, yeah, there we go. One more time. Yep, exactly. So don't move the elbow at all. Just down, up, down, up, down. Yeah. So really kind of pivot. Hey, pivot, pivot. There we go. That's it. So now do again the G, thumb, and up the on the D string, and then pivot up. But to observe is like you stop here, stop. Right? And really stop, you observe, okay, my elbow is on the D string, and now my bow just follows through. So basically, pivot up. Okay, do it 3 times, very good. One more time. Yeah, so you have to really concentrate for a while. I think they are recording this session. I hope you can have this video afterwards and really kind of see and remember it. So this one here, pivot up. Because then from here what we do is this one goes down without really lifting the elbow or dropping the elbow, because it just goes down. So then up. So if I do here the whole thing, up, down, now drop down, right, up, down. See that? Pivot. The fingers, pivot, fingers, right? And so then, this is one of the exercises. You can find many variations. But here, when we do at the frog, we can like have this exercise exactly as I was talking about. You can do, or right. None of it we use anything here. Right? So when we do here, it's different. So it's all quite different. In any case, think about those things. For example, when you do right, all of that. So fingers. There's a couple of other things. Maybe this one. Okay, do it one more time. So you now fingers. I think it's the end right before the cadenza.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing the string crossing correctly.
The first, Which bowing do you do? Because that's always important to practice the bowing that you do.
I think it's that. Yeah.
As that comes. Okay, so let this one down. I have an exercise. It's gonna sound a little crazy, but it really works. I call it set cross, right? So what happens is set cross, set cross, set cross, set cross. It's probably better. I mean, it's good to practice it in high C major, of course. It's probably better to practice it in uh, in in our etudes. You know, especially the string crossing etudes, like if we do here, set cross, no, cross, set cross, set cross, set cross, set cross. Right, so to get the hands completely together. But let's do it one more time here. Set cross. Set. Yeah, none of it. So you have to really think about set cross. So first one is like stop, set cross, set
Ah.
cross, set cross, set. Now set cross. You are here, set, and then the cross is the pivot. So the elbow is on the next string, right? And then.
Okay. Ah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it. Now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah, that's really good. So sorry to be so detailed, but I mean, with string crossings, I have figured out after many decades of teaching that basically in the cello technique, the hardest thing there is string crossings. We all think intonation is. Intonation is, is super hard, I know. But the string crossings, we have to be very aware. And if you look at Janos Starker, right, you should look at this concert he played in Japan. It was in Tokyo, I think in Suntory Hall. It's on YouTube. You can see it. The Kodai Sonata, among other pieces. It's a pretty phenomenal cello playing, and you can see like his elbow. It's almost like a miracle. It does not come by itself. He has thought it and thought it and thought about it all the time. That every time the string crossings, the elbow is on the next string. It's a little bit more complicated than that because down, as I said, is a pivot. It's not we don't do this and then follow. It's actually the up one, but it's the height of the elbow is very important. So in any case, let's do, if you don't mind, we just have a few minutes, but let's go for the first theme to the second theme. Would you mind? So the first theme is this really outgoing, wonderful, you know, life is so great theme. And then comes the second theme in the same tempo, the same everything, but so very different.
No?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay.
Very good. I like that. Maybe this one too. It would be nice to have a little bit more of an arc to that sound. So it's not just but so it goes up and down. It's like Casals used to call it a rainbow. It goes up and down. So this one, and of course a strong consonant. You have very good articulation. I like a lot. We need that in this piece. So one more time. Yeah, it never works online to play the bass note with the solo voice, but it's always a wonderful thing to do because, as you know, this right, so it goes up and ya la la lam da dee, right, so it's I mean very simple. It's one, right? Do tension, most tension, and release always, right? Yeah, so tension and release. Yeah, so here, elbow is on the next string. Next string. Elbow, drop. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is fun. It's wonderful to be able to kind of talk really shop about string crossings and so on. It's good. I like your playing a lot. I hope to hear you play again. Do you have any questions by any chance?
Um, no, that gives me a lot to think about.
Very good. I hope you can get the recording of this so that you can kind of see exactly with the string crossings what I do. You have done it a few times really good. But then even when I asked for doing it 3 times, the first time was best, the second went back a little bit, and the third one was your old string crossing again. So it's interesting. So but think about it. It will take a few days to kind of, oh yeah, this is oh, that makes sense kind of thing. Then you go back like that. It will happen. The set cross exercise I think will help you a lot. And
Yeah,
it's a fun one. You'll see you have to concentrate so much. I mean, everything about the cello, right, is playing with the brain. Everything is our brain, right? You know, we all hear about muscle memory and so on. You know, our muscles do not have memory, right? There is no memory in our muscles whatsoever. It's all in the brain. So the muscle memory is also our brain. So in a way, we play the cello through our hands, not
mm,
really with our hands. It's through our hands, it's all the brain. So it's all about the concentration we can have and the training really we put in there to really have our brain um, be really the center so that we have that kind of constant feedback between what we feel in the fingertips and what we hear in our inner ear, right? So we hear that and we feel this, and then we just have constantly this feedback and just making sure it's exactly the way we want, so that our inner ear and outer ear is just completely exactly the same. How we hear it, or hearing, not hearing. Hearing is exactly the same. So thank you so much, Kaitlin.
thank you.